Is that better?
I guess so. I mean, you were fine on my end before, so.
No, all you guys kept lagging and the audio would just cut out. I don't know. We had some storms today. That probably has something to do with it.
Maybe.
There he is.
There we go.
So where's the mailman going?
I don't actually. I didn't actually see which place he came from, but he's taken off now. So I don't know. Maybe there'll be something downstairs waiting for me later.
That's always good. There's another one.
You are using computer audio.
Me too. You look tired.
I'm always tired.
You do realize that you have to lead this one, right, Andrew?
Yeah, I know. But I thought we were gonna talk about like mail and all that stuff first. I thought John's the one that starts that.
We'll get to that. Where's the other two?
Josiah might be signing up on his other
Okay.
account.
Did you tell John to get back in this one?
Yeah. Do that
Okay.
right now. I thought I did.
Because I haven't been talking to him.
Yeah. I need to open this. This is super good.
What is that? Chocolate?
Swiss
Monster.
chocolate?
Yes.
That sounds kind of
It is so good.
gross. That sounds gross.
It's coffee.
No.
Chocolate Monster.
Oh.
Oh,
That's still pretty
So
gross.
it's more caffeinated coffee
Yeah.
because coffee needed more caffeine.
Pretty much.
So it doesn't taste like Monster at all then.
Tastes like Swiss chocolate.
What the fuck? What?
It's phenomenal.
I hate society.
You there, John?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, we're all here. Oh, wait, no. Yeah? Nope.
No.
Forgetting about Josiah?
No. Well, it pops up 4 pictures at the top, and now there's 5, and I didn't see.
Yeah, just Josiah's not here.
Yeah. Is he signing up on his computer? Is he okay? Oh.
We got a message.
Somebody's got a message.
Yeah, it was me.
You got mail.
Josiah should be here any second now. Any second. Any second.
So how was everyone's day?
Oh,
It's been monsooning over here.
really?
What does that mean again?
It's been raining its ass off all day.
Oh, lucky.
Lucky.
Yeah, I like the rain.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
you live
good when it's like raining really hard and cold. It's the best.
Well, you guys can come to New Jersey then.
Okay.
It's perfect for
I'll
that.
pack up my stuff. I'll pack up a suitcase, and then I'll head out there.
It rains a
Yeah,
lot
but
here too.
since you're passing through Pennsylvania, you should stop by, say hi.
Yes.
And let me hitch a ride.
Okay.
There's Josiah.
Trip. Oh, yeah.
Did you just turn a light off then? Like, your lighting setup was so good on the other one.
Yeah, I don't know what where'd it go? Oh, there you guys are. Yeah, I don't know what the issue is with that. I don't know if I need to hit another light or what. That was my phone, so it's my computer.
Your computer has terrible lighting.
Yeah, dude, my computer sucks butt. So bad.
Is that why you keep it?
I go turn on another light, see if that helps anything.
I mean, you're fine. You just look a little gray.
Are you sad, Josiah? Is that why I look a little gray? That's...
It sneeze.
It's recording. Frick. What'd you guys say?
So we're just gonna see knees on at the first part of this.
Liam Neeson is Neeson. You guys ever seen the Vine?
Nope.
No.
No.
Great.
Fine.
You just need to look up Liam Neeson's knees.
It was a vine.
Yes. It was amazing.
All right, let's start then. Are we all good? We all have good connection?
I think so.
Yep.
You guys can hear me and everything?
Yep.
I can hear you.
see
Who's
everyone
squeaking
perfectly.
though? Somebody's
Hey, you
squeaking.
guys.
Oh, it's my chair. I'm sorry.
Don't move.
Get a new chair. Come on.
Don't
be
move a
professional.
muscle then.
Right up against the wall.
Don't move
You
one
guys,
damn
you guys want to
muscle.
look at this like giant light right there that hurts? No, I didn't think so. Better squeak.
Yeah, light hurts my eyes right now too.
Yes, exactly. See?
That's what happens when you don't sleep, you vampire.
Well, I'm not a vampire, but I feel like one.
Can you guys see me better now?
Yeah, you look good.
Is the
Look pretty
lighting
as
better?
always.
Is the lighting better on it?
It's good.
Yeah.
It's fine.
What I really want to know about Bryce's haircut, though.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, I was gonna bring that up.
That's what I want to start with. I want to start with that
Not allowed
haircut.
to talk about it
Why not?
because we're not allowed to get haircuts in Pittsburgh right now.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, we
Well,
can't
they're
either.
still-
But
closed and everything.
Ooh,
Like
Hey, I
even
didn't-
if a friend comes
you do it
over and
yourself?
cuts your hair. What?
did you do
No,
it
I had a
yourself?
friend, like a family friend, cut it. Who's a hairstylist, but like even she's not allowed to do that. So
right to jail.
Oh.
yeah,
Right to jail.
our quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers got in trouble because his barber came over to his house, cut his hair, and then like everyone got upset about it.
That's what you get for being a Steeler.
Stupid.
Okay, look.
Ooh.
Triggered.
I could not care less.
I'm sure.
That's a bit ridiculous, though, that someone can't come over and cut your hair.
Yeah.
I don't
Like
know,
for me, like doing landscaping and stuff, like I'm outside in the heat. You know, I'm sorry, I'm getting a haircut so I don't get a heat stroke, but
You know what they would say? Just shave your head.
cool.
I actually had to walk around outside for like 10 minutes in the heat, and it was unbearable.
Well, you also got that California heat. That's a little different.
Yeah, it is true. What part of California are you from again, Andrew?
Southern California,
What part
That's
of
the
Southern
best
California?
Anaheim.
Okay.
You
My
can go
mom
to
was born in-
Disneyland.
Anaheim Heights Beach, Garden Grove.
My mom was born in San
Santa.
Jose, so I was just wondering.
All right, let's start. Who's got mail?
I do.
That's not surprising.
Yeah, I was
Okay,
going to
it's
say.
only two things.
Is it Silverstein vinyl?
No, it's not.
Okay.
So
Is it another Iceland Kills lighter?
no. So
He hesitated.
the first thing is the pink Iceland Kills hoodie.
Oh,
It looks white.
Yeah, that looks
Yeah.
white from the light.
It's a really like light baby pink, so it comes off white in like every picture I've ever taken of it. And then I got the Vessels 2.0 box set from Star Set.
oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh.
It only cost
You're like
a lot more than I wanted.
I love that band.
I need to start listening to them.
They're good.
Yeah.
I would say
found them
start with the new album.
I don't
And then
know.
work
They're
your way
all.
backwards.
They're all. I think they're all pretty much equally good. I think.
Yeah, no, I don't think they have a bad album. I just prefer the new one, I think.
I mean, I've listened to a couple songs from their first album, and they were really good. I just stopped. I just didn't think about it after that.
Yeah.
I haven't listened to anything from them.
Well, you need to get. We'll get on it after when we get there.
You definitely should.
Yeah. I mean, it's a good like space kind of rock band that occasionally has a breakdown. So
it's catchy.
It's true.
Yeah.
I like it. I can dig on that.
I guess them and the band Red are in talks of doing a collaboration at some point.
That would be interesting.
I absolutely love Red too. Their newest album is freaking phenomenal.
I've only heard one song by Red.
To listen to the entirety of it, it's a banger. It's borderline.
I think. Yeah, it's like their heaviest album yet. I'd say
super heavy.
There's not from what I've heard.
There's not a soft song on the album.
No.
Awesome. I don't know if I've listened to them in the last like 5 years.
Their album of Beauty and Rage is really, really good. Then their album Gone, not the best thing in the world at all. But then their newest album Declaration is insane.
Yeah, I think I only know 2 songs.
They have that new single they have out is pretty good too.
Which one? Is it Sever?
No, what's the other one? I'm not looking it up right now. I think so. Is it that?
Yeah, that's actually probably their softest song on the album.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's a good song. Their song Sever is really good too. Anyway, who's got mail aside from Bill's?
I actually got an envelope that I want to open on camera.
Oh.
Yeah. It's Anthrax.
What it is.
Not somebody the band Anthrax either.
No, somebody just coughed in the envelope, and that's really quick.
It is the third variation of this guitar pick.
Oh, that's sweet.
Oh.
Nice.
Yeah, cool.
That's awesome.
And I got this the other day.
Oh.
Phenomenal album. My favorite songs on it, which after Chester died, I could not listen to it all the way through because I would just bawl my eyes out. Still do.
It's rough.
And this one.
Oh.
It's a great album.
Heck yeah, it is.
Her first album's the best, though.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Wasn't her first album like a Christian, like worship album or something?
Oh, okay. The first album,
not the very first. Because I think that first album's underneath her real name.
She's the real name, yeah.
Wait, Katy Perry's not her real name?
Well,
it's something close to it.
It's Katie Hudson, but she legally changed it to Katy Perry.
I was 8 years old when I found this out.
The album that she toured Warped Tour with, that album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I knew it was
One of the Boys, was it?
Yeah.
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 I really liked that song Waking Up in Vegas and You're So Gay.
Actually a song.
Yeah.
It's a good song.
She probably can't perform it anymore.
I was going to say, that's got to stay back in 2008.
Yeah, there's no way she could do that now.
No.
You know what? I'm going to look up her set list and see the last time she played that now.
Probably not anytime recently.
You're probably going to be scrolling back so far to find the song.
Back to page 742 on set list.
I'm honestly surprised Billie Eilish was able to get away with her song I Wish You Were Gay off of her first album.
December 2012 was the last time she played it.
How'd you look that up so quick?
Yeah.
Because Setlist FM has a thing where you can pull up the song and it shows the first time it was played and the last time.
No.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
that works.
It's fine.
What do you guys think about looking up set lists before you go to shows?
I do it all the time.
You like to look it up, or do you like a surprise?
Yeah, I usually do.
I do it.
I do it because I get to be able to listen to the songs over and over again and really get them in. before going to the concert, forgetting the lyrics.
Yeah, that's what I do. I make playlists sometimes.
Yeah, I do that exact same thing actually.
Normally, I'll try to
Do you
put it
guys-
in the exact order.
I do that too.
Do you guys listen to the band before you see the show?
Yeah.
You get like psyched
Oh,
up or it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
definitely.
I listen to them before the show, but I don't. I usually don't look up the set lists. I prefer a bit of a surprise.
Yeah, me too.
Personally.
I just do it to make sure that I know the song, like especially if it's a band I like, to make sure that I know that, especially if they put out like a new song recently and I didn't know about it. Because it happens all the time.
That does, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, now question.
Yes,
Answer.
What about wearing the band's merch to the show?
all the time.
I was
All the
going to
time.
ask
Yeah, it's
that.
fine.
I never
I
do.
do it. I do it.
Really?
Yeah,
I
I
don't.
don't.
I rep them. I rep them.
Especially if it's like one of the opening bands.
Right. Like if I'm
Right.
here for a reason, and that reason is this specific band, nobody else.
I don't know.
I'm just
wear-
old school scene, and that was a bad luck charm to wear one of the
Well,
band's shirts.
That's just ridiculous.
I kind
okay?
of think it's weirder to wear a shirt of a band to a show that's not playing. I think that's weird.
Yes, I find that very
Like,
strange.
that's so weird. Like,
Yeah.
Me too.
But then I also understand, like, you're there to see the bands on the bill, so, like, why would you need to express that you're there for them?
I
Because
usually buy the
nobody
shirts there
knows.
anyway.
Bro, I still just buy the shirt.
I
Yeah.
mean, I normally just wear, like, an old Ice Nine Kill shirt just to flex on everyone at the Ice Nine Kill show. But
That's true. Speaking of shirts,
Oh, did you guys make the trade?
someone didn't
unofficially,
slide into my DMs yet.
I forgot about that. No, I
What
just
shirts
thought
are
of-
you guys wearing today?
So, what shirt am I wearing today?
Like everybody.
I'm wearing a conviction shirt.
Nice.
I've got an under
I'm
my
wearing this one.
I've got an architect shirt on.
Ooh,
Ooh. What do you got,
Yeah.
Andrew? Ooh,
Andrew.
slaves.
Slaves.
ooh,
A beautiful death.
Bryce, we can see that you are, in fact,
I don't know if you can
representing-
say that anymore,
Ice
Andrew. I don't know if you can say that you love slaves.
There we go.
God damn it.
Ooh.
Why is
Still
this
need to get-
recording?
I hope you
I'm
don't
really
try to get
glad
a
we
job in the entertainment industry.
I'm really glad we got that.
I know what the episode's going to be titled.
No.
You can't love slaves. That really, like, when you think about it, that really is not a good band name.
Yeah.
Oh, what do you listen to? Slaves? What? I'm sorry. Oh, my Lord have mercy on all of us.
I'm just wearing an Eagles jacket, so that doesn't matter.
I'm rocking this conviction shirt. It's a comfy
Isn't
shirt.
that one of the new ones?
No, this is actually one of their old ones. It was from it was from their first album cycle, the I Will Become.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
It was still up on their website, which I was really surprised about. So I need to order from them again soon.
They put out new merch designs like all the time.
It's ridiculous. I love that band so much, though.
Yeah.
It's hands down my favorite band, without a question. I need more music by them, but we'll talk about that at a different time. Right now,
We're going to talk.
got
Oh, not yet. We got another thing to talk about.
fine.
Oh, geez. We just talked about it before the show. Jeez. We only tried to make a plan.
Gosh.
Gosh, freaking idiot.
And we're speaking of concerts, so I guess we're going to slide into that.
Yes,
What's everybody's favorite concert they've been to? If you had to pick just one.
It's a tough one.
That's hard, yeah.
Can we include like a whole festival?
I'm going to include a festival.
I'll be
Even
last
that's-
because I need to think about that.
I think my favorite show that I've been to, purely because of the band playing and just the trip in general, was seeing Convictions at the Hoosier Dome with Hollow Front this last February.
I would love to see Hollow Front.
It was a phenomenal show. It was cool because that was like my third time seeing them, and I got to hang out and talk with the guys again and whatnot. And gave them some Red Bull and LaCroix because it was the last day of the tour. Basically,
Homefront announced a show near me like right before we weren't allowed to go to shows anymore.
Oh, that's
So they had to
rough.
cancel it. Yeah, it sucked.
That's rough, dude. But yeah, that show was absolutely phenomenal. It was such a great show.
I bet.
I can't wait to see that band again. I was gonna go see them with War of Ages in Chicago, but then everything happened, and I planned on actually traveling from Missouri to Chicago just to go see that show, but they got canceled. Cool. But yeah, that was my favorite show. Love that show. Great.
I'm gonna do mine and say Warped Tour 2007. That was the time I got to see probably Under Oath in their prime, right after Define the Great Line.
That is Under Oath in their prime.
I got to watch Aaron drum in pretty much his underwear. That was fun.
Were his shorts that small, or was he actually in his underwear?
I think his shorts were just that small.
You gotta be loose, man.
Yeah, you gotta feel everything. You gotta feel the wind, everything.
Mm.
And that was also when one of the opening bands was Gallows.
Oh yeah.
And
Was
instead
it Bless the Fall and ETF on that tour as well?
I wouldn't be surprised.
yes, they were. That was the last time I saw ETF with Ronnie.
Damn.
And the only time I got to see Craig with Bless the Fall.
Oh
I
yeah.
actually got to see, like, when Bless the Fall played Chain Reaction by me back in 2011. Craig showed up and did an encore with them.
Nice.
That's
And it was
awesome.
phenomenal.
That's really
I
cool.
think it was like 3 or 4 songs.
That's really sweet.
Awesome.
That's awesome.
But Gallows being the opening band for Warped Tour, instead of playing up on the stage, they played a pit show. That was amazing.
Did you go to the Black on Black tour?
No. Did you?
No. I didn't start going to shows until 2010, 2011.
Why not?
I was very sheltered. I didn't go anywhere.
Yeah, I think my first show was rock related was 2012. And after that, my next one wasn't until like 2016.
Wow.
Yeah, for me, probably 2010.
Okay.
What was your guys' first show?
Like a first
Oh.
real show, probably
First
would have
concert
been,
ever.
probably
Okay.
the festival we had here, Soundwave. That was probably my first rock, like anything. Like that was I saw Taking Back Sunday, Paramore, AFI, Him, Escape the Fate.
Bro, that was like
And-
prime time emo right there.
The headline band was Faith No More. I think.
You guys get
yeah.
all the coolest festivals.
Oh, freaking Australians.
Yeah.
That's why we're all flying out there when next Soundwave happens, and we're all going to go
Soundwave
and
no
do a
more.
live recording of this.
Like, that would be sweet.
If we get big enough, they might invite
We've
us
got-
out.
We've got good things
That'd
now,
be
so
nice.
The first show ever for me was Beastie Boys 2003.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
To the Five Boroughs tour. And they had an intermission band. They played 2 different sets. But the intermission band was Porno Sonic. I don't know if you guys ever heard of them.
It was what?
Porno Sonic.
I hate that.
They are a porno funk band.
I'm not gonna look that up.
A bit better than Porno Grind, right?
Nothing's good with that word. It's incorporated in it. I'm not even gonna bother looking them up because I really don't want that on my search history.
yeah.
My
That
first
was
metal
fun.
show was Bullet for My Valentine and Chiodos.
Ooh.
But my first actual concert was Backstreet Boys. And I have no
Which
regret.
Chiodos? Which Chiodos?
Brandon, the only one that matters.
They both matter.
Not according to Andrew.
Me and Andrew are going to fight on so many things.
Oh,
I'll
you guys
back
already
them up,
have, haven't you?
It's a band I could never get into.
Who, Chiodos?
Listen to Illuminatio.
I
Listen
have.
up.
That's tolerable.
I've
All's
never
well that
enjoyed.
ends well.
The only song I've enjoyed from Chiodos was "Why the Monsters Matter."
I don't
Now,
think
I've
I've ever
enjoyed
listened to
Drugs
that.
a lot, but not
No,
Chiodos.
Drugs is-
you probably
Drugs is
need
great.
to help with that.
I'm so disappointed that he's not able to tour this year. After that
Oh, I
single he
know.
put out for Drugs.
I know. That's so
Yeah.
sad.
Their name sounds like Cheetos.
What?
You just cut onto that?
I'm a bit slow sometimes.
Oh, I forgot one mail call that I
Okay.
wanted to
Oh,
show.
great.
Bring it on.
Sorry. This CD, and it's signed. So
Oh, you got it?
yeah.
Heck yeah.
All right. I'm good.
Well, here.
Who
I'll
else?
We all
give-
got our. Has anyone got their EPs from eBay yet?
No.
Mine will be here tomorrow.
Really? Holy crap, dude.
Yeah, it just arrived at my local USPS facility.
I'm actually going to go ahead and check my.
Well, actually, it left my local USPS facility tonight.
Bro, they're still on here.
On what, eBay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
I don't
are.
know how many that guy has.
He has a whole bunch of them, apparently.
46 available.
Hell yeah.
Is it the Make Me Suffer one?
No,
Make
it's
them
the
suffer?
Black Tongue
I don't-
EP.
Black
The-
Tongue.
I wouldn't know.
He must have just bought a bunch of them and just let them sit on a shelf, maybe?
I don't know.
You know what's weird? It's not coming up for me anymore.
What, like in your eBay search?
Yeah.
I'll have to send it to you.
God.
Hmm.
Mine's supposed to get here on the 26th.
Oh, I'll let you know if it's real or not tomorrow.
Yeah, that sounds good.
I mean, the pictures look real, so
Yeah, it looks legit, but
The picture looks real, but what
Yeah.
did he send us?
true.
And really, the only way to do that is to open it, really, right?
yes.
I don't know.
There's no sealed on this one.
Yeah.
I know nothing about CD bootlegging, so
CD bootlegging is actually pretty easy to spot.
we'll find out tomorrow.
See what happens.
All right, back to concerts.
Actually, I'm expecting a flag and a sweater tomorrow.
Nice.
It's kind of warm for a sweater.
Yeah, but I'm stocking up on hoodies for the winter.
You guys have
Does it get
winter-
that cold out there?
It's California. Does California ever get cold? It gets probably like down to like the 40s, and I'm like shaking.
Are you serious? That's crazy.
Yes,
Who's
I'm
beeping?
serious.
Who else needs to talk about their first concert?
I guess I
Let's
do.
see.
Dude.
Or
Okay, so
favorite
my-
concert? Either one at this point.
Well, it's the same thing.
Oh, well, then there we go.
So my first concert was Warped Tour 2016,
That was a good year.
and I'll say that was probably also my favorite one too.
Who was on that bill?
Ice Nine Kills. Who else was
Gideon
on?
was on it.
I remember seeing them on Ernie Ball. That was fun. Where there's like no people around.
I think Whitechapel, Veil of Maya, Motionless and White was on it.
Mhm.
Wage War, I think that was their first tour or first festival kind of thing.
I didn't get into them till after, and I'm so sad.
Chelsea Grin, In Heart's Wake, and Issues I saw on it.
Wow.
My first Warped Tour was 2017.
That was a good year too.
Such a great year.
Yeah, that was really good.
That was like the metal year of Warped Tour.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
was that the one Carnifex was on?
Carnifex was on it. After the Burial was on it.
Casey Strain was on
Or
it.
was on it.
Yeah.
Acacia was on it. Pitford King. Silent Planet, Memphis Mayfire, Dance Gavin Dance. Being as
I missed
Emotion
it.
was on it.
I missed Dance Gavin Dance on that. I was like running from stage to stage, almost caught like every band I wanted to see.
Oh, wow. I missed them to watch Being as an Ocean. So
I
watch Being
accidentally saw them because I was like, my venue that had Warped Tour was like a giant pavilion. So they split it in half. So one stage would be set up and the other one would, be performing. And I was waiting for I Prevail to come on, and Dance Gavin Dance was on the other side. And I absolutely hated them at the time. After that performance, I was like, okay, I'll go listen to them, and then it just went into a huge rabbit hole. So.
And then you tried Variant Collection, and then you just decided to stop because there was no point to it, right?
Yeah, I cried. Yeah. A Day to Remember was doable. They're not.
Dude, I wonder how much Curtis is gonna spend on that like box set test press thing on eBay.
I think he told me that he was thinking about selling all of his to do it. Like his individual ones. But to me, that's a different item than the individual test presses.
Yeah, that's completely different.
Yeah.
There's a box set test press.
Yeah, it's the first 6 albums.
Damn.
Or 5. 5 or 6.
I think it's 5 in the EP, isn't it?
Yeah, because Zero is the
Oh.
EP.
I always count that as an album.
Oh my
Do you?
gosh.
Yeah. I mean, isn't it like 8 songs or something?
It's
Something
still
like
has,
that.
It still has 2 days left, and it's right now at $1,000.25.
Gosh.
No, thank
It was
you.
at 8:10 when there were 6 days left, so
Why
insane.
is there $3.33 for shipping? Like, you're making stupid money anyway. Why would you charge $3 extra?
if I'm
Yeah.
right,
Because
is
All
that
Hail
the-
Rise Records.
Yeah.
Oh, hell, guys.
We really need to have him on here just to talk about Rise Records one day.
That can
Like
be
our
an
favorite
episode
record
for
labels.
sure.
When we talk about Dance Game and Ants, we have to get Curtis on here.
No, we
Yes.
have to get John. We'll have them both on, but we won't tell each other.
Guys, there's only 9 bidders,
Are you serious?
and there's 33
wow.
bids.
Wasn't
I
the
wonder if
last
Curtis-
batch of Dance Gavin Dance test presses? They went for 14 a piece, almost 1,400 a piece.
Yeah.
But
I
get
remember,
this.
I think Curtis spent like $2K on Happiness.
Yeah.
It went,
He went
Did
all out on
someone-
those.
it went
Did
from
someone send the link for the test press box through?
yeah, I'll
I
send you.
can't find it on eBay.
It went from $30 to $82.
I wonder what Mothership is at.
Mothership's probably just Mothership's
Too,
at 500.
too far out of my league.
That's it? Jeez.
What's it at?
500.
Only $500 for
No thanks.
the
Didn't it go
plastic.
for like over 1,000 for the first one that went up?
I wouldn't
Yeah.
be surprised.
That's why I said I thought they all went for about 1,400 a piece, except for Happiness.
Artificial Selection is only at 190 right now. and
Okay,
it only
that
has 2
one
days.
has been put up like 4 times, I think. Like the
It's one
first
out of-
one, I
it's one
remember
out of
went
20?
for a ridiculous amount.
It's 1 out of 20. That's just stupid. You don't need 20 different.
All
They
I
have
know is
so
I'm
many
happy I
of
didn't
them.
have to pay for my test presses. For my Bless the Fall ones.
I only have one test press. That's it.
I
Yeah,
have 2. I paid a ridiculous amount for one, and the other one, the guy charged me $50.
Are you going to get any Silverstein test presses?
Probably not. I think I'm going to work on New Year's Day's test presses, but they're all Century Media, so
Yeah.
that's impossible.
Well, so is Victory. They laughed at me when I asked them.
Yeah, but if you message the page, they laugh, but if you message an employee, they'll be fine with it.
I know. I got to put in some words with the people I've talked to about the Silverstein records we were looking for.
Does anybody know any connections with In Vogue Records?
Nope.
I know the owner, kind of, sort of. I haven't talked to him, but I have him on Facebook.
Okay. Here's what I need you to do. I need you to ask him if they have any test press for Hope for the Broken by Convictions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I also want to ask him if I could buy one of his stage scrims from 2010.
Yep.
Because he was in Before Their Eyes. And I need a
Listen to them
unstoppable
today.
stage scrim.
Hey, Andrew, can you get me the Ice Nine Kills test presses real fast?
That's not gonna
Please?
I wish I could. Because I still need to get Awakening, Witness, and All the Buddies.
Wait, Andrew, I have a better idea. Why don't you send me the name of the owner, and then I'll just message him myself.
Just look up Before Their Eyes and look into the vocalist.
He's the owner of In Vogue Records?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I think I remember hearing that. Yeah.
I did not know
Nick
that.
Moore.
Because I emailed them like a year back, but never got anything back. So maybe I could try this route, see what happens. Because I Will Become Test Press. I just really want to get it.
I don't have any test press, and then I just don't want to go down that rabbit hole. I'm already so far down the Funko Pop rabbit hole.
I don't go after test press. I only got my sponge cord test press because I was the first order.
That's funny.
I only got my New Year's Day Victim to Villain one because I messaged some random guy on Discogs that had the blood splatter variant, and it turned out he did the layout for the entire album and had a spare test press that he sold me. So,
oh, that's good.
Wow.
Yeah. The Eskimo Cowboy one wasn't that fun though.
The what one?
Eskimo Cowboy.
What happened with that on here?
The label put them up for sale for I think 24 hours, but there was only one, but it was like $250.
I don't know why test presses go for so damn much.
I mean, I think that was like probably their biggest album, maybe.
No, I'm just saying test presses in general.
There's out of 5 and they're
Very
hyped up.
limited.
Yeah, they're super hyped up. They're cool to have.
Yeah. I mean, every single variant for We Are the Mess goes for like 200 at this point. So it wasn't out of range for the market of the album, but you know, it's mainly the hype.
What are you sending pictures for, Andrew?
Because they can. But that's what I was talking about. I need one of those scrims.
Well, message them.
How do you know that he has it, though? How do you know the guitarist doesn't have it?
Because he's the one of the only original members in that band. Everyone else, because Landon was on that album, and so was Elliot. And Elliot's the main reason why I want that.
Well, what if somebody else has it, though?
Yeah.
And
Elliot
then
has it.
shit out of luck.
All right, we were supposed to be talking about concerts, right?
Something like that.
What about the worst concert you've ever been to?
Warped Tour 2013.
That was why.
I'll tell you
That
why.
was such a
I
good
will tell
year.
you why. Halden Heights at 10:45 when the gates opened at 10:30,
Oh,
and the closing band was Black Veil Brides when they just put out Wretched and Divine.
Ew.
Okay, wait. That's it. Never mind.
Let's go, Bryce. Let's go.
I want to see a fight happen right now.
Look, I'm not a huge fan of Black Veil Brides. I will go to the grave defending Wretched and Divine as a perfect album.
But the only highlight from that show, I think, was Silverstein. But that was on there when they were promoting
Bless the
short
Fall.
songs. They weren't playing my show. And then even the Amity Affliction wasn't that great that year. They didn't have their drummer. They were using their drum tech. And they played about 2 songs altogether.
I don't think I've ever enjoyed an Amity Affliction show.
I'm sorry,
killing
Richard.
me. I love Amity. Oh.
I don't know. It's just. I don't
The
know.
thing that my
it must
problem with
hit better
Amity
with
is
that
the
Australian
cleans.
air. Amity shows must hit better when you're in that Australian air.
Yeah, last time I saw them, they put on a great show, like as a headliner. I don't know.
Because I saw them back in 2018, and then actually I think I saw them in 2018 twice for the Motionless in White tour and then the Warped Tour 2018. And both shows I didn't enjoy.
I only
I saw them
that one time.
open for the Rise tour in crap. I forgot the name of the tour.
Are you talking about the Rise Up tour?
No, it was like Monster Flames, Glass Cloud, Ghost Inside,
I'm going to that.
Miss May I, and somebody else. But it was back in 2012. Let me look it up.
But that one's my worst show. Just everything about that was just terrible. Every band just didn't do good. I mean, Silverstein was great, but they played 90% of the short songs EP, and that's all it really was. Sleeping with Sirens, they were terrible too that year.
Yeah, because
Well, they're terrible every year.
They were good. They were good when their first album came out.
I like their most recent album, actually. I thought it was really good.
I'll say that. The recent one wasn't that bad. I enjoyed a few songs off of it.
But
Oh, I know.
2013 Sleeping with Sirens is terrible.
That was in 2013. I had 2 Pomona dates. So good. I remember seeing Secrets with Melzer on that tour. It was awesome.
I think for me, the worst concert I've ever been to was you're gonna laugh. So I think it was in 2012. I saw Meatloaf.
Did you do anything for love?
But I won't do that. Because he was just so like overweight and out of shape, and it was just sad. Like, he constantly had this rag tied to his microphone that he was wiping his face with between like every song. Like, it was just gross, and
it's funny.
And the concert just would not end. It just would not end. He just kept going.
Why did you stay?
Was he headlining?
Yeah, it was his show. So basically, so my dad wanted to go and see him.
Oh.
And so my dad got us tickets as well to go with him. And it was just painful, just would not end. Yeah.
I think my worst was For the Fallen Dreams in 2018. Just because they had Body Snatcher and like those kind of bands there. And
Yeah,
there's always like every other like beat down deathcore show, these few guys show up and just like beat the shit out of everybody.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I hate people like that.
Yeah.
Like, that's what ruins shows for me. Definitely.
That's why I'm always in the back.
Well, that's what I had to do. And I'm usually in the front because I'm a tall person.
The last
So
time I was in the
usually,
front,
but...
last time I was in the front at any show was Norma Jean. I got kicked in the head so many times.
That was my first metal show. Norma Jean and For Today and Silent Planet.
That's a good lineup.
For Today farewell tour.
Yep.
I usually try and go to the front if I can.
Speaking of For Today, I don't mean to get off topic. What do you think of what Maddie said yesterday?
What did he say? Oh, about abortion?
I don't know what he said. You're going to have to tell us the story.
I'll pull up the post real quick.
Oh, did he compare it to the Holocaust or something?
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. That's the wrong thing to compare it to.
Like, stance aside for different things, like, whatever you support, whatever, but like, I wouldn't compare it to the Holocaust. Like,
yeah.
I get what he was trying to say, but the way he worded it didn't sit right with people.
Yeah.
I think he should have thought that through before he said it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm pro-choice all the way. Or not pro-choice. I meant
life.
Pro-life, yes. I'm pro-life all the way. And that a lot of that comes from like the biblical.
That little bit of Josiah saying that he's pro-choice.
No, stop. No, my mind blanked. There is no way. But yeah, definitely pro-life. Just like a lot of it comes from biblical mindset and aspects of it. But I went to Auschwitz whenever I was over in Germany, and it's unforgettable. You would see just, I think they had like 4,000 pounds of human hair, countless pairs of shoes, briefcases with people's names on it and stuff like that. So I get why he would compare it in terms of the genocidal aspect of it. But just I guess just seeing that at like that side of it and knowing what the people went through and whatnot is really, it was rough to see. And yeah, there's like super inhumane ways that babies have been aborted. But to fully compare it to the onslaught of the Holocaust just isn't the like proper comparison.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree, and I don't think that he was trying to compare like that close, but the way he said it, if you say anything like that, that's what people are going to think of.
Right. Yeah.
Because people don't really look at that sort of aspect,
Right.
Yeah, both subjects are real touchy, and combining them just
super
doesn't sit well with anyone.
that was the wrong hole to travel down.
Yeah, it just wasn't smart.
Did everybody say their worst show yet?
Not me.
Okay.
I didn't.
All right.
Probably 3 Days Grace back in 2015. Matt singing Adam era songs just it's not well with me.
That's understandable.
It was a good show, but just
So
singing Adam songs is just no.
I'm actually really interested in this. That Andrew, you love 3 Days Grace, but you refuse to support the new singer. But your favorite band is Bless the Fall, who doesn't have the original singer.
Got him on that one. He got you on that one.
God damn it.
Andrew, I have a quick question. How do you feel about My Darkest Days?
I like them. It's just Adam is like really, really good, and their music has helped me. But I just haven't really listened to that era that well.
It's a good era, I think.
Whatever Matt's first album with them was really good.
It wasn't it like
Human or something?
Yeah, it was Human.
Yeah, that's the only one I've listened to, I think.
It's good. Like, I think it's a good album.
Yeah, it's just The Outsider.
His voice is so distinct. Both of their voices are so distinct that it sounds like a different band.
Yeah.
Matt has a softer rock voice than Adam does, but but it still has that grittiness to it.
Right.
Adam's is just
My worst show? Oh man. I don't really have a worst show because a lot of the shows that I've been to have been like, overall I liked it and whatnot, just with like certain bands being on it. But the worst set I've ever been to was whenever Stray from the Path co-headlined with Silent Planet. And I just could not wait for Stray from the Path to get off the stage.
Was that the one with Kublai Khan and Greyhaven?
Kublai Khan and Greyhaven were on that
I wanted to go to this show so bad, but it was like really
great
far
show.
away.
Greyhaven's awesome. I love
Greyhaven. They're like one of my favorite bands ever.
Kublai Khan, that set was just nasty. But Straight from the Path, I just can't stand that band. I just absolutely cannot stand that band.
I've never seen them, so.
They're so whiny. They're just whiny. And his vocals are whiny, and they just whiny about everything. They're just whiny.
You're whining about them whining.
Touche. Let's be real. That's a good point. No, I was just ready for this set to be done. And, like, people were going nuts over them, too, and stuff like that. So
that's how it was with Black Dahlia Murder and Whitechapel. I don't know why. I think one of the reasons was they were playing an album front to back. And I've never been into Black Dahlia Murder, but it was just super boring to me.
Yeah. It's understandable.
I think my worst show was probably the Rare Form Across the Continent tour.
Who was that?
So it was.
Wait, I don't remember. Yeah, was it after Bear?
Was Era, Make Them Suffer, Acacia Strain performing Continent in full, and After the Burial performing Rare Form.
Rare Form, yeah.
That sounds like it should be an awesome show.
Yeah, it should have, except like the Acacia Strain played all of Continent, which was fine. But afterwards, they wanted to play more songs, and it just felt like their set was never ending.
And then After the Burial came on?
I left before After the Burial could come on.
Why would you do that?
You heretic.
That's the only show that I've ever left early.
Oh my gosh.
To be fair, the entire crowd, like regardless of where you went, were basically just trying to start pits everywhere. And like some drunk lady like cross-lined me or clotheslined me, and it wasn't a fun crowd.
Did you fight her?
No, she like, I don't know, she like clotheslined me, but like pushed me out of the way to leave the venue. And then security was like after her or something, so I don't know.
Bro.
It was just a crowd I wasn't into. So
That is a little strange.
yeah.
I do have a
In
question.
theory, that show sounds great. What?
Do you guys have you guys been to like a local festival that's just been like one like off show that just combined a bunch of tours together?
No.
No. Philly's not that cool.
Yeah, neither is Missouri.
Neither is Pittsburgh.
I feel like that mostly happens in Texas and California.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Maybe New York, but yeah.
Yeah.
There's one show that I went to back in 2011 that was really good. I'll send you guys a picture of it right now.
How about you explain it? Well, who was on it?
Yeah.
That's what I'm looking up because I don't remember.
He just remembers it was a great time.
Yeah. It was that good. He just can't remember a thing.
It was Famous Romans headlining
Okay.
of Mice and Men with Joe Piper.
Which year was this?
The Plague, 2011.
Okay.
Bless the Fall, The Word Alive, Motionless in White, Blood Runs Black, For the Fallen Dreams, Upon a Burnt Missing Body.
On a burning body,
Like
you mean?
Yes.
But did you say
Missing-
missing?
Lions.
Yeah.
Upon
Upon
a
a
Missing
missing
Funny,
body.
you said upon a missing body.
In the Midst of Lions was on that?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I
Oh
wish I
my
could have seen them.
gosh.
That sounds like a good tour. Full show though.
I've heard they were super good live.
Yeah, I wish they didn't break up. Those dudes were St. Louis boys.
Oh yeah.
But back to Andrew's flub there. I hope that was a reference to what he did.
Yeah, it was.
Okay. All right. I
To
was
what
hoping
he-
so.
To what? Who did?
The singer from Upon a
vocals.
Burning Body.
What do
He
you do?
faked- He faked his kidnapping or something.
Oh.
Yeah, I
It was
You
a
don't remember
marketing
that?
thing that the band did. That was like,
Yeah, I
oh,
know.
okay, our vocalist has been kidnapped, and I don't remember much.
His Twitter
It-
was just things like somebody's in my house, somebody's trying to get in my house, somebody's,
That is
Oh my
horrendous.
Hitting me.
gosh.
That
and
is
then
so
he went
terrible.
silent, and then the band was like, he's missing, and I think that was like a 2-week
Yeah.
thing.
That's such bad marketing. Whoever their like manager is needs to be fired and thrown in jail.
But anybody got anything else about concerts? Anything fun that happened?
Oh, this is okay. I'll tell you the craziest concert experience I ever had. So it was the Ice Kills March of Madness tour with Bryce. What was the other band? From Ashes to
from
New.
Ashes to New.
Yeah. And so this was in like small town Indiana. It was this small town called Angola. So Ice Kills is playing. I'm there with one of my best friends. Hold on, I have indigestion, sorry. And then
Take some Pepto.
I don't have it. And then another one of his buddies was there with us. He's like maybe 3 or 4 songs into Ice Kill set. And we're having a good time and everything. And like I'm screaming during the show and everything. And like I've learned how to scream, have no issues with it at shows. But all of a sudden my throat started hurting. I'm like, what the heck is going on? Like I'm not screaming improperly. My buddy's friend taps us on the shoulder and says, cover your mouth. He's like covering his mouth and everything. And I'm like, what? And he's like, pepper spray. And we're like, what are you talking about? All of a sudden, I'm coughing like crazy. I turn around and half the venue is like gone. Just half the room's completely gone. Some kid got caught in the pit and started pepper spraying people during their set. And Ice Kills had no idea what was going on, so they just kept going. It was nuts.
Damn.
And I was just like, all right, well, I'll just enjoy the show. I walk out, the show got over. I walk out, and there's like people still coughing, hacking stuff up, and ambulance was there. It was nuts. It was crazy. It's like, 2008.
I remember hearing someone pulled a knife out on someone at
Motionless in
show.
White for today, St. Louis. My best friend and one of his friends was with him. They went and saw For Today and left after that because they didn't want to watch Motionless. They found out later on that night that some kid pulled a knife in the pit.
Yeah, at the Octane and Accelerator tour for Fit for a King and Ice Nine Kills,
Yeah.
apparently, like, the venue that I was at is, like, 2 levels.
Yeah.
But the bottom level is, like, kind of split in half a little bit. So on the lowest level, apparently, I think it was during Fit for a King's set, someone pulled a knife out. And John Poland, like, tackled the guy or something. And, like, told me about it after the show. I was like, oh, that's cool that, like, no one knew.
Yeah, like that's so casual. But
I bought tickets to that tour for Make Them Suffer, and they dropped off because it was like it was 2 hours away, and that's the only reason I could
I remember when
justify
they
it.
did that.
But I went anyway.
Wasn't it
didn't
with
they
their
drop out
visas?
for visas or something like that?
I think so.
Yeah. Yeah.
Such a bummer.
That's what happened to Architects the first time I saw Bless the Fall. They couldn't get their visas in time, and they burned my show.
I remember when I went to Soundwave in 2015, Slipknot was one of the headliners on one of the nights. And the crowd ended up breaking the front barrier, so they had to stop the show because they broke the barrier. And a girl also got taken out of the pit on a stretcher with a neck brace as well. So that was a pretty crazy crowd for Slipknot. Yeah.
That's nuts.
This isn't really as crazy as all your guys' stories, but Warped Tour 2008 here in Philly, during Bring Me the Horizon set, all the seats in the first 10 rows got ripped out and thrown in the pit.
Oh my gosh. It's like that dude where you see that video, the guy has a mattress and just throws the mattress at somebody in the pit. Yeah, that's what I imagine. Just people
That was
swinging
pretty
chairs
much it,
around.
but with hard plastic and metal chairs.
Damn.
Did it turn into? It sounds like it just turned into like a WWE match all of a sudden.
It pretty much did, and they loved it. And it was one of the best experiences I've ever seen.
That's awesome.
I went to see the band. The headlining band was the Wonder Years, and Knuckle Puck was supporting them. And it was like this really small venue, and they're like not even the heaviest band, and I don't know why this even happened here. But there was like a small little circle pit the size of like a bedroom. Like it was like so small. And there was a guy who was on his knees. He was trying to get up and his friends were about to help him up. And this other guy runs like full speed from the other side of the pit right across to him and knees him in the face. And then his nose just started pissing blood. It was like a fountain. And then his friends and the other guy's friends started to get into a punch up, and then like other people and me tried to get in the middle to stop it, and like it was just crazy. Then security had to jump into the pit and like, yeah.
It's not. Wow. Okay. Cool.
All right.
Crazy
Guess-
stuff that happened at that
Oh.
shows.
Well, guess what time it is?
Guess what time it is?
It's time
Is
to bless
it?
the
For
fall.
the band of the week.
Yes. Band of the week. We need to talk about
Wait,
this.
I thought this week was Silverstein. Like, I prepared for that, like, this entire week.
It's part 2 of Silverstein. The
I thought
post
it was part
victory
1.5.
It's part 2.0.
That would be part 2.
Yes, I was gonna say, wouldn't that just be part 2 still?
The Bless
The
the
Bless the
Fall
Fall reference.
I know.
Yeah.
We've had about 2 months to prepare for this episode.
Has it been
Yeah.
2 months?
When we tried to do it, it was the beginning of quarantine,
God.
That's right.
and that was
Crap.
about middle March.
We really got to get our stuff together.
Well, at that
Yeah.
point, Anchor was messing up, and I don't think any of us were in the right state of mind at that point.
Nah, dude, I was like slap happy.
I'm still not in the right state of mind.
We did nothing but giggle on that.
We really did.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It
Well,
was
because, like,
it-
nothing went
Corona.
right.
It was like Corona Files or something like that. We take.
Yeah.
I called it the quarantine tape because that's all it was. It
Quarantine
was
tape.
it was 2 failed attempts at trying to do this.
Yeah.
That was a good night. That was a good
Yeah.
night.
It got us a few laps, but
They cut us about 40 minutes worth of a laugh.
I forget what else even happened. Oh, you got kicked out of the meeting.
Andrew
Yeah.
had a bunch of problems,
Yeah.
and that was the first part. And then the second to go around, I had all the problems.
I think the rest of
It
us
would
were
just kick
having
me out
mental
of the own
issues.
meeting.
Oh man. Well, Andrew. take it
All
away.
right.
Talk about the best album first.
Hollow
That's
Bodies.
Oh,
So this one, the EP.
That's one I
Yes.
actually haven't heard.
I haven't listened to that.
I haven't heard it either. So
If you happen to find another copy of that EP, just you should let me know.
I remember a couple of times
There's
it
a
came
wait
up on Amazon for like
I had
25
one at
or
one
something.
point.
no,
I sold
that
it to Andrew.
Zach. I forget his last name, but he's in Mac. He found it on Amazon for $10, unopened.
Yeah,
Oh my
that might
gosh.
be one
Oh
of the
yeah, I
ones I'm
remember that.
thinking of.
Why does that happen to everybody besides me?
When I
I
found
mean,
it on,
apparently we just found that Black Tongue CD.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
yeah. When I found
I
it
never-
on Discogs, it had never been sold, and it was listed for like $20. And I'd never seen a picture of it before, and I was like, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna take a gamble on it. It's $20. Like either I get something really rare for $20, or I
And you
lose
did.
$20."
Yeah.
All right, back to you.
John, what were you saying?
I said back to you. Oh,
No, the other John.
we got to specify. We got two Johns here.
Oh yeah. I was just saying I got one. I think it was on Discogs. It was signed for like $40.
Yeah, mine signed as
But
well.
I sold it to Andrew.
Technically, we traded.
Oh, that's true. For the Fit for a King Descendants.
Oh, the original?
Yeah.
Nice.
Isn't that when I threw in the all is calm signed?
That might have been, yeah.
Yeah.
That's super
It
cool.
was signed on the CD. That's,
So Andrew, is that EP or it's an EP, right?
yeah.
Okay, how good is it compared to His Last Walk?
I think I've only went through this like once, and honestly, I do not remember. So
That's awesome.
I couldn't. But it's
So
just a cool. Yeah.
Was that before Craig came on, or was he?
That's Craig.
Or is that Craig?
Right.
Okay,
Like I'll get into all that right now.
sweet, go for it.
So they started practicing like with crap. They
They
started
practice with crap. That's not good.
no.
I mean,
That would be a very
They
shitty
started with
band.
after school practice sessions, and then eventually grew into like a full-time band. But it was started with Mike Frisbee, Miles Bergsma, Matt Trainer, and Jared Rath. And they had a different vocalist. His name was Andrew Barr, which he left in, well, they found Craig in 2005, so Barr just switched over to keyboards, and Craig took up full-time vocals. And then Bergsma left in early 2005, and they found Eric because Miles wanted to go back to school. And then now they had the full lineup that they had at the time.
nice.
And then they just toured around for a little bit, like with Greeley and Norma Jean and Alisana. And then they recorded His Last Walk,
Which
Is their best.
I'm kind of in the boat with Andrew a bit. So I really hold on. Let me remember. Guys Like You Make Us Look Bad. I like that song. I really like that song. But the
Me
rest
too.
of the rest of it, I just couldn't get into.
My problem is I got into them and Escape the Fate and all that right when the whole singer change happened.
Mm.
And Escape the Fate's always been Craig. Bless the Fall's always been Bo, and Fallen in Reverse has always been Ronnie. Like
Well,
the old stuff.
What about A Word
but-
Alive?
And the Word Alive. I got into them with like life cycles. Wait, no, 2012. It's the first song I heard. But all that happened for a reason, because all those bands sound amazing now.
I don't know, man. I really like His Last Walk. I think it's a great album.
Yeah.
I
I
think
love
it.
it.
I think it would have made a better impression on me if it was mixed better.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
That's-
has
that's
it
kinda
has
where I'm
pretty
set.
generic early mid 2000s.
Yeah.
Mids are completely gone.
Yeah. And it kind of just felt repetitive too.
And it doesn't sound like it's like you couldn't understand what Craig was like half the time.
Yeah,
You know?
I really couldn't get his vocals. I just couldn't hear the vocals that well in terms of his screaming.
See, for me, like the first three, I guess like His Last Walk and the following two albums, like to me, just sound way too repetitive to me. So I get like, I
Yeah,
don't
they're all about the same. They wrote the same album 3 times.
yeah, like they're not bad, but
Yeah, but I still like His Last Walk a lot, and I think that's mostly sentimental reasons.
It's not necessarily a bad album.
More
It's
so
just
like the early 2000s type of metalcore. So
yeah,
I mean, that's what I fell in love with. So
yeah, that's true.
that's fair.
Yeah, I mean, I don't necessarily find the first album, His Last Walk, repetitive at all. I think the songs in there are different. You know, there's songs like Eyes Wide Shut, which is softer. There's Black Rose Dying, which is a lot heavier. Rise Up's a bit more poppy. I don't know.
Yeah, I probably just need to give it another playthrough and then be able to actually determine it. But just from my first playthrough and whatnot, I just wasn't really feeling it all too well, except for guys like us.
Cool.
it's definitely one of those albums that needs to be remixed and remastered.
Right.
yeah,
And
like if they could remix it and remaster it and put it on vinyl,
I'd be
that
right
would be
there,
amazing.
first in line.
That would be cool. I would kind of like to hear them do it with Bo being as a vocalist.
Oh yeah.
That would be really cool.
I think at this
And
point,
Jared taking up all the screaming.
Mm-hmm.
I think at this point, if it didn't happen for the 10 years, it's probably not going to happen.
It's not going to happen.
When was the 10 years for it?
2016.
Oh,
17.
that's probably not happening.
No, probably not.
Maybe 20.
I
Maybe.
mean, blessthefall aren't really doing a whole lot at the moment anyway, so probably not.
And then, so now we get to late 2007, 2008 on their first European tour with Silverstein. Craig left to go home because he felt like he was missing out on his daughter's childhood.
Mm.
And then he asked to come back in, and then they decided that they didn't want to have him back in the band, so he decided to work with Escape the Fate and record an album. And then a week after or before they were done recording, they asked him to come back. And I read recently on Twitter that he would have came back, but he was working with like his dream producer and on his like dream label, and everything was just lining up.
Okay, that makes
and
sense.
They have no like hard feelings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it.
And then a week later, they found Bo.
Quick question.
So,
and this is for both you and Richard, I guess. When did Craig start Word Alive?
2008, between leaving Bless the Fall and the whole Escape the Fate thing.
Okay.
And then the Word Alive wanted to tour, and Craig was focusing fully on, or more so on Escape the Fate. And then they found Telly. Yeah.
Okay, because that whole time in the family tree there always confuses me.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure at one point and Andrew might know more, but I'm pretty sure at one point Telly tried out to be in Bless the Fall. Because Greeley and Bless the Fall are from the same state, the same city. I'm pretty sure that I could be wrong.
Well, I know Telly was in Fear and Faith for a little bit, and then he was in Greeley. Maybe it was Greeley first, then in Fear and Faith.
Anyway.
I don't know. But then let me see.
But
So-
blessthefall also toured with between Craig and Bo as well.
Wait, what? I didn't
They
hear
also
that correctly.
blessthefall toured between Craig and Bo as well without getting any
Reed?
vocals. Yeah.
Yes, that's when they had someone filling on bass and Jared picked up screaming completely.
Oh wow.
I wish I could have seen that. And I think
That
that was on the
would've been
Taste of Chaos tour.
That would have been great to watch.
I saw clips and I think I sent it in the group chat, but I don't remember. But fun fact about when Bo was trying out.
I know
Yeah,
this
they
story.
sent him the instrumentals to Hey Baby,
Yep.
and then he sent vocals, and
That
they
was
were
it.
like, "Need you."
That's crazy to think that his first song was "Hey Baby." 'Cause that's actually probably one of my top 5 favorite Blessthefall songs.
Yeah.
Me too.
Such an amazing song.
One of the young ones that stand out to me.
And the
Okay,
music
great.
video is incredible.
Yeah, it's a good video.
That
it's crazy as
honestly
well
is probably my favorite music video.
It's crazy that like that song comes like right after his last walk. Like
Right, in the
such
production.
a shift, like
Yeah.
such a shift in sound as well.
Yeah.
Also, my best friend kind of like ruined Witness and Awakening for me, kind of, sort of, just because like how they're recorded and it has like a screeching sound, kind of, and like hollow bodies and so on and so forth sounds completely different, and the recording is like a million. It's just, I don't know how Basket like records and all that. So
He did Dying Is Last Fashion.
Yeah,
That's
which
probably why-
sounds way different than Awakening and Witness.
well, I don't know. But May 2009, after their tour with Silverstein and Norma Jean and Before Their Eyes, they headed into the studio to record Witness. And then May 13th, they signed to Fearless.
This is such a good album. I think.
Oh, yeah.
I really do think that Witness is to their top 3.
Yeah, I was re-listening to old albums last night and the night before, and I have a new like top list.
Mm.
But I'll get into that afterwards.
Because like I immediately go to like I think isn't after 2.0 isn't it To Hell and Back, God Where's Gucci, and then
What's Left of Me?
After 2.0 is left in me.
But like just after like To Hell and Back, God Where's Gucci, and Hey Baby, like those 3 songs in order is such a good order.
Yeah. And then the ending of God Where's Gucci.
It was such a funny ending.
Yeah.
Such a great ending to it. Yeah, there was that album that actually got me introduced to Blessthefall.
And it's so different from his last walk.
Yeah.
Like it's not as like dark. And that's one reason why I like it as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like they were like still in their teens when they recorded his last walk.
That's crazy. I think it's a great album. I love that album.
Me too.
And just hearing Bo for the like in that album and everything, and just I love the balance that they have of his singing and Jared screaming.
Definitely. And it took me 10 years to find a recording lineup signed one, but I am so glad I have one.
That's awesome. That's so
I knew
cool.
you were real excited when you got that one. I remember when you got that one. That wasn't too long ago.
Yeah. Which the guy that makes the 8 tracks is the one that sold it to me.
Oh, really?
Oh,
yeah.
jeez, that's cool.
Yeah. I did have to pay $50 for it, but that is totally worth it.
Oh,
That's what I offered.
Yeah.
I mean,
Did you get that last?
The band anymore, so.
Did you get that last 8-track from him? The one you needed?
Yeah. He sent the booklet along with it.
Oh, okay.
And then, let me see where I'm at. On June 3rd in 2009, they were officially done recording Witness, and they toured with August Burns Red and Enter Shikari. And then in July, they released a clip of the song God Wears Gucci, and it was released in August of 2009. And then in September, they released What's Left of Me, and then the album was released in October. And then in 2010, they toured New Zealand with Six, and Australia was Story of the Year. And then in 2009, I know I don't mean to backtrack, but they played with Finch, Drop Dead Gorgeous, and Vanna from October 2009 to November.
Oh, wow.
And then, let's see, let's go to Awakening. Oh, wait. And in April 2010, they recorded Dream On by Aerosmith, which I love that cover. But like one part of it just doesn't suit Bo, which is where, you know how Steven Tyler gets all high, like almost at the very end?
Yeah.
And that just doesn't do it for me.
I had a feeling it was going to be that part.
So, and then February 2011, Mike Frisbee announced that he was leaving to pursue another path. And they announced that Elliot Grunberg from Before Their Eyes would be permanently on guitar.
Elliot.
That's your dude.
He's such a good guitarist.
Oh, yeah,
The
definitely.
whole band's just so freaking talented. Like,
and then they both confirmed that they wouldn't play 2011 Warp, but they were recording the full length. But then they were announced for All Stars Tour that year. And that was like one of the best lineups I've ever seen. Like, completely.
Who was on the lineup?
Which year was it?
I mean, he's headlining, which sucks, but crap, let me look it up. I know Sleeping with Sirens, Memphis Mayfire, Ghost Inside, Attila. Let me see real quick. I should have this stuff prepared, but okay. So Amir, Born of Osiris, For Today, I Wrestled a Bear Once, After the Burial, Chelsea Grant, Attila, Alisana, Bless the Fall, In This Moment, Ghost Inside, Farlow Sleeping, Norma Jean, Sleeping Giant, Chariot, War of Ages, Texas in July, Had the Breather, Great Commission, and two other bands that I can't read the name. But they're
That sounds
small.
like a good tour, though. Good show.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And then they're hoping to have guest vocals on Awakening, but they didn't end up happening. And I know they were eyeing Ronnie Radke and Tim Lambesis. Which I think I could see them on Bless the Fall songs.
I could see Tim, but
I could see Tim.
Yeah.
I would
I
love
don't
to
know
hear
about Ronnie.
I would love to hear Tim on a Bless the Fall song. That would be amazing.
I'd like to hear Josh on a Bless the Fall song, because Bo and Josh would be singing together.
That would be cool.
It'd be really cool. Or hear Tim on an Under Oath song, or Spencer on a Giant song. That'd be cool.
What was that?
Tim being on the Under Oath song. And
Speaking my
Tim
language there.
And Spencer being on with As I Lay Dying.
You're speaking my language right there.
That'd be cool. That would be really, really sick.
And I still wish I would have gone to the Cool Tour.
That Cool Tour has one of the best lineups I've ever seen.
Who was on that lineup again?
This one.
Well, say who's on it.
As I Lay Dying.
As I Lay Dying. Under Oath, Between the Beard and Me, Bless the Fall, Acacia Strain, Architects, Cancer Bats, and War of Ages.
My gosh.
That is a tour I wish I could go back and see. But what year was
That's like
that?
a dream tour. Because I would love to see As I Lay Dying, Under Oath, and Bless the Fall on the same show.
What year was that?
2010, 10 years ago.
Okay. That was before Tim went crazy.
Poor Tim.
Which, fun fact, I saw Tim's last performance before that all happened.
That's nuts.
The last performance or one of?
I think the last performance. I'm not sure because I don't know if they played after 2012. But it was he performed Wake Up at the Mitch Lucker Memorial Show.
I saw him in 2012 on the Mayhem Fest.
Oh, yeah, then I guess they were doing that. So I don't know. Wait, no, because that was at the very end. That was in December or November.
Yeah,
when that
mine was
happened.
in July, but
And I think they were supposed to go on the tour with.
Oh, who were they supposed to go on tour with? I remember hearing about that.
Suicide Silence, As I Lay Dying, and all that type of stuff. But I forget what the tour was called. But then all that happened.
Yeah.
then he went bye-bye.
And then came back with a great album.
Okay, so we're on the topic of Awakening. What's everyone's favorite song off that album?
Probably
They have
40
one.
Days.
Let me look.
Let me try to remember. Awakening's not one that I really remember well.
Probably 40 Days or Bones Crew.
Promised Ones I really like.
That's what I was going to
Yeah,
go with.
I
Promised
do like
Ones.
that one.
I do like Promised Ones and The Rain. I really like The Rain as well.
The Rain.
I like the lyrics of The Rain.
Yeah. Lyrics for The Rain is really, really cool.
That one's the one you could definitely tell is a religious song.
Very I guess Christian oriented.
I don't know. I think this is probably my least favorite album from them.
This is my second least favorite.
I guess I should just explain it now.
Yeah, go for it.
Me with Bless the Fall, I've never cared about them. They've been a band
Just
that's
I never cared about details. I'm just kidding.
wait. So I'll listen to an album, and for the most part, I normally forget about 80% of the songs right after. But each album normally has one or two songs that stand out to me that I will go back and listen to a lot. Awakening is the only one that I don't go back and listen to anything off of it.
I have that same feeling, but for another album that's coming up.
Hard Feelings.
No, it's not
Right.
Hard Feelings.
Watch yourself, John with an H.
Wait, no, I want to say Hollow Bodies.
No, not Hollow Bodies either.
What?
For all those,
To Those Left Behind.
Okay, but now you're going off of the one that I listen to the most.
we'll get
That's
there. We'll
the
get
one.
there.
Yeah, we'll
We'll get
talk
there.
about that when we get there. You can
All
help
right.
me later.
Get there when we get there.
Yeah. Also, the fun fact about the last song on Awakening, it's only been played at one show, and that's one of the shows I decided what I told you guys about me
Oh,
telling
yeah.
Oh,
because it's hard for Bud to sing that song because he wrote it for his grandparents.
Oh.
well,
The thing that I've come to notice about Bo's lyricism is it's very, very to the heart. It's very heartfelt lyricism.
That's one of the reasons why I love him so much.
Except for that. Okay, we'll get to it. A couple of the songs in Hollow Bodies though. But yeah, his lyricism is super, super heartfelt. I really, really appreciate it.
Yeah. Okay. So now we're going into 2013.
hold on. I would say that Awakening probably, like with the Bow lineup, is probably their weakest outing. Like overall, like not that it was a bad album by any means, but it just wasn't up to par with their recent stuff and with Witness.
That's what a lot of people are saying about To Those Left Behind.
Yeah, if I think about it,
Compared to,
For Those Left
compared
Behind is
to all
the
of
album
these?
that I listen to the least.
Oh yeah, that's true. That is true. We'll get there.
Like, those two are both amazing albums. It's just
But following up
All
with Hot
Bodies
is so hard to do.
What do you think, Oliver?
I don't know. I mean, I haven't listened to like collectively. Well, the thing I do is I listen to playlists rather than like, I mean, I do from time to time listen to albums, but most of the time I listen to a playlist, and I don't check like what albums songs are on. So I have no idea which songs are from which albums usually most of the time.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do listen to a lot of their songs. Like a lot of them are in the playlists that I most listen to, but I don't know which albums they're from. I'll have to look it up.
Yeah. Hold on, let me turn on my light.
Except for Phineas. I typically know that.
I still haven't listened to one of their songs. Except the one you sent me in that one video.
Oh yeah, Till the End.
Till the End's amazing. Oh my gosh.
Oh, yeah. That whole album is just phenomenal.
Yeah, that is a great album. But plus,
That's another podcast for another day.
Yep.
And I will be there.
So in 2013, October 2012, they started writing their fourth album, and recording started in April of 2013, and they finished in May. And then they were on Warped Tour that year, and on August 20th is when they released Hollow Bodies.
Undoubtedly their heaviest.
Yeah.
such a
Definitely
great
their best
album.
Yeah.
Yes, it's amazing. And
Oh
their
my
singles
gosh.
were You Wear a Crown But You're No King, Deja
Amazing.
Vu, See You on the Outside.
Did you find that single yet?
Someone sell it to me, please.
Did you message the guy that had a picture of it?
Yes, but I think he's in like Taiwan or Japan, and he doesn't understand English that well.
Well, you better figure out a way to translate.
Just Google. What you should do is just Google Translate, type in, copy and paste it, send it to him.
And
I
hopefully
told him
it
to follow my
translates right.
page.
Yes.
So, I don't know. But fun fact about You Wear a Crown, he actually wrote that song about his father.
Really?
Right.
Is there more to that story, or is it just?
His father basically walked out and wasn't really around.
Mm.
And his mom had to take care of him and all that.
Wow.
Which is something that I kind of relate to because my dad technically walked out. Don't want to get personal. But
Yeah.
I mean,
just seeing him as a good father that he is and all that now and how he's good. That definitely I can relate to that.
right? Yeah, of course. Yeah, that's interesting. That's very interesting. I never knew that. It was about that. Hollow
What's
Bodies.
everyone's take on Hollow Bodies?
Hollow Bodies itself. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
It's my second favorite album from them.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. It's probably my second, maybe third. I don't know. Hard Feelings is still kind of floating around somewhere.
No, I mean, it's hard. It's a hard second.
It's first for me. That's my favorite
Yeah,
album by this
100%
band.
first. Yeah. I mean, I can't really pick one. I love it all. I think it's all good.
I really, really like Hollow Bodies. I like the song off of it.
Yeah.
Young Bloods is so good.
I think Hollow Bodies was the first song I ever heard from them. I think I remember seeing it on like on demand or like Verizon's like music video thing that they used to have.
That's how I found them. I found What's Left of Me.
Oh wow, that's
Those are the
crazy.
good old days when you can get on demand and find a video.
Right.
Also, I want to pull out one of the vinyls, but this is probably the prettiest vinyl
What
I've
did you
ever
just
seen.
say? What did you just say?
I was about to catch him on that. I was like, did he say it?
He said it. I heard the S.
He said, "Oh no,
What did I say?
vinyls."
Dude,
Yeah,
no,
even-
you just said it.
I only repeated the curse word because he said it. So
So that makes it okay.
kind of, not really. No.
We could replace that with another word. Would that make it okay?
What would the other word be?
The V word with the S.
The V word with the S.
I
The
don't know.
Vuz. It's the Vuz. No, but Youngbloods kind of cracks me up as a song.
That's pretty.
Ooh.
What are we looking at? What's Andrew showing? I don't see him.
I believe that would be Hollow Bodies in vinyl form.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a third pressing of that album.
Yeah.
The one that came up out of nowhere.
It's a nice looking variant.
I was wanting to get that one, but then Andrew actually sold me the first pressing with the semi-clear blood splatter.
Ooh.
That's the one I want to get.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. Oh my gosh, it's beautiful. And I thank Andrew so much for selling me that. But Youngblood cracks me up at one point in that song because the last line of that song is
Oh,
"You're an
it's
F."
censored.
Yeah,
Kind of.
you're an effing disgrace, but they censor it with pinch harmonic.
And
And
I
it's
will say
so
that's
funny.
probably one of my favorite parts of any song that I've heard.
It's great. Honestly, it's great.
What song did they? It was their first song that has a cuss song in it. I know it's either
it had
on.
It had to have been Youngbloods.
Yeah.
No, it's yeah at the beginning.
Yeah.
Because it's like right before the breakdown.
You're just a bitch.
Honestly, I love that part. It's just so funny. Like I don't know why it's funny. It's just good. I don't know. It's great. It's just great. It's the breakdown and everything. That song's such a good song too.
It is a good album,
I
definitely.
really liked "See You on the Outside."
Yeah, that one's good too.
And like you can kind of tell that they wrote that one with Vic from Pierce the Veil as well.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I
Yeah.
like that one too.
Open Water.
Yeah,
I
Open
honestly
Water's
love
really
Open
good
Water.
too.
That's a beautiful song. Yeah.
It's just a beautiful song.
That's the one with the lights feature, ain't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Gee, I wonder
That's
how.
a good
yeah.
feature.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder how they got her on there. I don't know.
I don't know. I think it's through marriage.
Yeah, something like that.
Open Waters is really great. Carry On. Like we can't forget about Carry On with James.
Oh, I love that
From
song.
ADR on it.
And the sound is
It's
starting
so-
over.
The album's just good. Okay, it's
Yeah,
a great album. It's
Yeah.
phenomenal.
Yeah.
As
It might be
definitely
my favorite.
still, yeah, it's my favorite Bless the Fall album.
It definitely falls
think-
into one you can just listen to from the end, beginning to the end,
Oh,
completely.
absolutely.
Yeah, there's not a bad song on there.
Yeah, they did really good on this one.
They did a great job on that album.
And now, to those left behind. In May, the band announced they were working on a new album. And in June, they announced it would be titled To Those Left Behind. And they released the audio to the song Up in Flames, which is honestly one of my favorite songs.
Mhm.
And then in August, they released the second single, which is Walk on Water, which at the very end, you can hear Elliot screaming, which is really, really good. You should do more of that. And then they went on tour with Stick to Your Guns, Amarosa, and somebody else I can't think of right now. But that was a really good show, which is also the show I met one of my best friends at. And then in 2016, they toured with Crown. They not co-headlined. They were supportive of Crown the Empire, which is kind of whack because
Yeah.
Blessthefall is a million times better than Crown by far.
Crown the Empire is terrible live.
I believe it.
I've only seen them once, and it was at Warped Tour, so I have no idea.
Yeah, it was.
I saw them. I saw Crown once and they were okay.
Their music's really good, though.
I think they played Swan Fest, and they were all going on, oh, you should like smoke weed and all that type of stuff on stage. Andy's like a total tool.
I mean,
It works for me.
look, I'm sorry, but like I will always prefer Crown the Empire over Blessthefall. At least studio-wise.
Okay, that was a great episode for today, guys. We'll see each other next
That's how I
week.
feel about that.
Man,
Look, I enjoy the theatrics behind it. I'm sorry. I can
mean,
just
it's okay to be
leave.
wrong.
I mean, you have your opinion, but your opinion's wrong. So
Yeah.
That new haircut's giving you the wrong opinions, ain't it?
You should shave it off and look like me.
No, absolutely not. No, I need hair.
I
No.
need hair.
That's all I have.
That
Plus a
and-
crap ton of ice and kill
Yeah.
stuff.
True. But that doesn't do much for me.
Okay.
it doesn't do that much for you, then get rid of it.
Yeah.
I'm saying if we think about life in general, it gives me
Does
more
it bring
depth.
you any happiness?
I mean, it brings me happiness, but it also brings me like horrible financial security.
There is a
Alright,
word
guys,
you can
so-
use. It's called no thank you. I won't. I
know
don't
what
need to
that
buy
is.
that.
Nope.
So the other supports were New Year's Day and Too Close to Touch, which that was Too Close to Touch in their prime. Like
Wait, New Year's Day we touring with. Okay,
That's funny.
I can't see that, but okay.
Yeah,
I've
Yeah.
never seen Too Close to Touch. I'd like to.
like their two main songwriters left, and now they don't sound good at all. Like you could tell from the EPs that they released, and then Haven't Been Myself, and it's just completely different. So what's everyone's favorite song off of To Those Left Behind?
Probably Against the Waves.
Hmm.
The Waves is great.
That's my favorite. Yeah.
I want to hear John's favorite song.
None. I don't
This is my
revisit. I don't revisit this album at all.
I'm torn between Walk on Water, Dead Air, and Up in Flames. I don't know.
Well, those are my three favorites. If I had
Yeah,
to pick,
those are great.
I don't.
In the
It's just,
video, in the video for Oathbreaker, one of the two shows they filmed was a show that I went to for them.
Oh, that's awesome.
Are you in
That's-
the video?
Somewhere in the crowd, but I couldn't find myself.
you're
I'm
there.
going to say Dead Air is my favorite.
probably Up in Flames is mine.
I think I remember I said that For Those Left Behind was their weakest outing, and I must have been high when I said that because it's such a great album.
Do you habitually get high and make wrong opinions?
Well, you don't get high and make wrong opinions, so what does that say about you?
He gets haircuts.
I mean, I don't know what does that say about me.
Bro, I don't snort weed. What are you talking about? Praise God. But I think it's a great album. I think it's good.
Yeah, me too.
It was just a super, super hard follow-up to Hollow Bodies. And I
Yeah.
think that's why it gets overlooked a lot. Is because you release an album like Hollow Bodies, your next outing, you would have to top.
Good.
You would have to top that. And Hollow Bodies is such a, I would almost say it's a perfect album.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the issue with like Ice Nine Kills. Like they now have to top the Silver Screen.
Right. Which is
won't
so
happen.
hard to do.
That's gonna be. I can't wait to see what they do though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm excited.
It's still
But
going to be
it's
a
gonna-
good, I
it's-
think, but I don't think they can top the Silver Screen.
It's going to be hard, you know. And I think almost every band has those albums. Where
Right.
You make an album, amazing, almost perfect, Then your follow-up, amazing, but not as good because that album was just phenomenal.
Because everyone's just going to focus on like every minor detail now.
Exactly. No.
But there's one band that did do that was really good, is Escape the Fate. Dying is your latest fashion, and then This War is Ours.
Hang on.
No.
Nope. See, I was going to say As I Lay Dying, but...
With which album?
Shadows Are Security to...
Shadows Are Security and then Ocean Between Us?
Oh, no. I was saying An Ocean Between Us to The Powerless Rise.
Yeah. Powerless Rise is good.
Powerless Rise is a really, really good album, but Shadows of Security and Ocean Between Us. Amazing.
Yeah.
At least we agree that An Ocean Between Us is a near perfect album.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
We do agree that An Ocean Between Us is a near perfect album, if not a perfect album.
Another band that did it was Under Oath, I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about Awaken?
Awakened is okay at best, I think.
Yeah. Awaken's all right.
I hear a lot of people don't like it, but that's my favorite one by them.
Isn't that the one with Tear Up My Eyes?
Yeah.
I like that
That
song.
was the first song I heard by them, actually.
That's a good song, but I mean the album as a whole, I just don't dig it.
I enjoy it. I think Tear Out My Eyes is the one song that's like the most memorable, but
Yeah.
I like As I Lay Dying with singing.
yeah.
That's
Yeah,
every
so that'd
song
be-
basically.
Except for the first album.
Except for Frail Words Collapse. There's like no singing on that album.
Isn't there like one line in it or something? I thought.
I don't remember.
It's been a while since I've listened to it.
But there's absolutely no singing on that album.
The new album has quite a bit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
New albums.
New album is fantastic.
Oh,
New
yeah, I like
album probably going to make an ISO post later tonight for.
Really?
Yeah. I was going to try to get all the variants for it, but the black and orange swirl sold out as soon as I was checking out. And so I just decided to not care anymore. But now regret's coming to me, and I just want the orange and black swirl at least.
I think I have the
Little regret.
bone and black splatter.
Oh, nice.
Now we're going to be going to my favorite album.
I'm going to put this as my number one.
You know, this album surprised me.
I think I said the same thing when I first started talking to Andrew, too.
Yeah, the first time I listened to it was...
Led Left Behind should have been.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, the second half. But I think the first time I listened to Hard Feelings was whenever I sent it in the group chat.
Really?
Yeah. It's taken me this long.
I remember when the album first came out, and I was like, oh, hey, new blessthefall. And I was like, listen to like maybe one single or something like that, and I was like, what is this? Like, it just seems too poppy. But then I listened to the entirety of the album, and it completely surprised me. And it's such a great album.
And it's also their first release on Rise.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, only release.
Probably.
For now. Maybe.
If Rise would treat their bands better and not just be Dance Gavin Dance records, then it would be fine.
Isn't Acacia Strain on Rise, though?
Yeah, Acacia's on Rise right now.
They've been on Rise since Coma? Or no, wait. Was
I think
Wormwood
Mortal.
Or
Mortal.
Death is the Only Mortal?
Death is the Only Mortal was the one that followed up Wormwood.
Okay. Their discography always confuses me with how much they have.
I mean, they have like DCA or whatever. DECA. You know?
Decay.
It's decaf. Come on.
Decaf.
Anyway. Hard Feelings.
If they don't do that, I'll be disappointed.
What, decaf?
Yeah, if they don't screw everybody up and the last one be an F.
Or would be.
I think,
That'd
isn't
be
it on
hilarious.
the D single that it has like the full album title or something?
Yeah, it says Slow Decay.
Yeah.
That's what they're calling it, but they should just screw everything up and make the last one F.
I feel like out of any band that would do that, it'd be them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like put a sleeve on the Ys that have an F on them. Like limited edition or something.
That'd be cool.
I wouldn't be surprised if someone photoshopped the sleeve and made it.
That's the merch limited out of 50.
Yeah.
Isn't that
something
Acacia
like
Strain
that.
indie?
Say what?
Isn't the Keisha Shrink collector and Mac Benji?
Oh yeah.
I think
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe so.
So it sucked.
He's the guy that dropped 1,500 on that mystery bundle auction and got free shows for life.
Oh, Bless the Fall did that. I dropped that much on that.
I know you wouldn't. He would drop it on Ice 9 Kills.
Yeah. It's whether or not Spencer would recognize who was bidding on it.
He should be giving you phone calls every day for the amount of money you've spent.
Well,
I don't know.
the only time I've talked to him is at a show. Anyway, hard feelings.
Yes.
You have hard feelings.
Yeah.
Wishful Thinking is such a great opener.
Yeah,
to the
I was
album.
gonna say
Yeah.
that's my
Yeah.
favorite song on the album.
I would say like my tops were Wishful Thinking, Melodramatic, Cutthroat, and Sleepless in Phoenix.
Yeah.
Cutthroat hits
Wishful
so
Thinking.
damn hard.
Has that one like electronic chord breakdown?
Yes.
That's just so good.
Yeah.
I
And
honestly
Sleepless in
wish bands
Phoenix
did
is
that,
great too.
like more.
My
I like
favorites
Find Yourself
are-
too. That one's good.
My favorites are Wishful Thinking, Melodramatic, and Keep Me Close and Welcome Home.
Mm.
Welcome Home probably being number one.
I think my top four would probably be like Wishful Thinking, Welcome Home, Sleepless in Phoenix, and Cutthroat. But I feel like that's also the basic answer.
Yeah, but I think those were just the cream of the
those-
crop of those.
Are such amazing songs. Feeling Low is really good too. I would
Yeah,
put Feeling
Feeling
Low
was good.
Yeah.
on there.
That was the other song I was thinking of.
It's just overall, it really is just such a great album.
I feel like if you have like different moods, like if you're in more of a melancholy mood, like the slower, like sadder songs will stand out more for it. But
I'm
It's a
over
great
being
album.
I'm over being underrated is a really, really good song.
yeah.
And I like how at the end of Welcome Home, Bo has Rocket singing on it.
Yeah, that is absolutely
It's adorable.
adorable.
Because I don't pay attention to things. Is the intro from Cutthroat something?
Probably.
I have no idea.
I'll look it up while we're
Because
sitting here.
Yeah.
It sounds like, I don't know. It just sounds something that would have been like personal to the band or something.
Saying suck my cock.
Yeah. I don't
How's
know.
And it cuts in and out too.
I know Bo's a real hip hop head. So maybe
Well, I mean, like, I forget what band it was. Used some interviewers
Oh,
clip when they were trashing him.
Andrew, you're right. It's a sound clip of U.S. rapper Eazy-E from the documentary series, The Defiant Ones.
All right.
But it's a perfect
Well,
intro.
you put it out.
It's so funny.
I mean, it's a great intro. It's just weird.
When the first time I heard it and you hear that and you're like, what the heck is going on? But then it punches you right in the face right afterward.
Yeah, it's a really good. That has one of the best opener parts of a song off that album.
It really takes you for a ride.
It does. It's great. Yeah.
And in August 2018, Matt Trainer, the drummer, announced that he was departing from the band, citing that his family being the main reason after their headline tour with We're Live.
I remember that happening.
That was so sad.
Not bad.
And now we're supposed to have a follow-up, hopefully, pretty soon.
Yeah, I was
Hopefully-
going to say,
hopefully.
what's up for the future? What are they recording anything yet?
I've
We know of?
seen Eric and Jared post about stuff, but who knows?
Nothing too solid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, even now is probably not the time to be expecting a whole lot to happen from them.
I know when I was going back with that one guy on their music video on Facebook last week, that's pretty funny. He was saying that Bo's the only one that wants to keep the band going.
That's such garbage. A lot of those dudes have been with the band since it formed.
And the lineup that they have is they've had for like the longest time. Except it's
Although,
been
I mean, Eric seems to have a real estate career now.
So does Levi Benton from Miss May I.
He does.
Really?
Yeah. And Micah Kennard from Oh Sleeper.
and the
Josiah, sit still.
The old drummer of Attila.
Really?
He does? What? Okay.
Me and him had a conversation like a while back just about music and everything. So it was pretty cool.
Real estate and metal. Who knew?
Who would have thunk?
And their musical style is best described as Christian metalcore, although Bo has stated that they want to be considered a Christian band.
They don't, or they do?
They don't.
So kind of like We Came as Romans.
Yeah.
Kind of like most of them.
Yeah.
Which was We Came as Romans, I thought they were like too positive at first, but now like listening to like all their stuff, it's just
The
so
Plan
good.
of Seed is perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so sad that that tour was going to come like literally the week that they shut everything down. I was supposed to go see it.
I think it was one of the first Cold like war tours that they were doing was coming to Pittsburgh, and I decided not to go. And that was the last time Kyle was here.
Same. Oh my gosh.
And I
was going to 3 shows that week already, and I'm like, all right, they'll come back, right? Nope. And I still haven't
The
seen
thing
it.
that sucks is that happened on my birthday a couple years ago.
Oh,
So now every time my birthday comes around, I'll think of what happened to Kyle, and I'll get all sad.
I think that was also, I don't remember if that was the same tour that Palisades and Ice Nine Kills were with them. I think that was that tour, but that was also the first time I skipped out on Ice Nine Kills since 2016.
I don't remember.
Which Palisades was supposed to come to or be on the tour with Bless the Fall and Slaves, but they decided to go to Europe with I Prevail.
Prevail's so weird now since they have a bunch of soft songs and they still expect people to go hard in the pit. Like at a festival, they're like, the pit's not moving. They're playing these like sad rap songs.
This is the tour, if you guys are wondering.
Oh, yeah.
Such a good tour. All right. Basically it, right?
That was it.
That's
So next week, are we going to talk about at least the first 4 or so releases of Silverstein?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, everybody do their homework.
Can do.
Let's
I've
not
never
take
liked
too-
homework.
Well, it's only 4 albums, a compilation,
Days.
and a live album you need to listen to.
Which you could honestly skip the live album and the compilation.
I would say don't skip the compilation.
Oh, see, I was going to say maybe don't skip the live one. See, I just hate their demos.
I think you need to hear the demos to go into When Broken is Easily Fixed, but I'm a big Silverstein guy, so maybe
fair.
that's why.
Oh, hey, John, have you listened to the Under demos yet?
Have I?
Yeah.
Of what demos?
Yeah, what are you talking about?
We
You
don't
guys-
talk about those.
I don't
Wait.
remember.
Did you listen to the Ice Nine Kills demos?
Yes, I did.
How were they?
They were odd but awesome.
Okay.
Like you said, the one is a complete ballad now.
Yeah, it's weird that both of those songs are put together to make one song, though.
Yeah.
Because
Right.
they both could have been separate songs on the EP. But
Yeah, it was just odd, but it was pretty damn good.
yeah, it's one of those things that's like weird the first time you hear it, but it grows on you a lot.
All right. Anything else? All right. Well, let's thank Brother Jon Oliver for coming on.
Yeah, for sure. That was good.
It was a pleasure having you, man.
Had fun.
We're
Our
definitely going
first-
to have you back on.
Our first feature out of how many? Right?
Of what?
Out of, I don't know. I'm tired. Don't
Don't you have to go to work soon, too, or something?
Nope. Today
next
is
week.
my day off.
Don't you have to work
Nice.
next Friday, though? I thought you did.
No, I was only scheduled like Saturday of overtime
Oh, okay.
last week.
No, next week.
No. I'm just staying over till 10 on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. But I'll have the nights off.
Okay, I gotcha. I thought you were picking up at 12 on Friday.
No. I'm just holding over 4 days. Unfortunately.
Well, good luck with that.
Yeah.
'Cause that doesn't sound fun at all.
He's a frontline hero.
Frontline hero.
Unfortunately.
I mean, you have a job through all of this.
Yeah.
At the very
That
least.
money.
Yes. It's just my sanity is shot.
That's understandable.
Don't
All right.
take a few shots before you go into work.
Did you say take a few shots before you go to work, or I'll take a few shots before you go?
No. My sanity is shot. Why would I take a few shots before going in?
That's what Bryce said.
Yeah, I'm saying take a few shots before you go into work and it'll make it all bearable.
And that's whenever I asked, because I actually can hear it. Bryce said, "I'll take a few shots before you go to work." I was like, "Well, wait."
I don't drink, Josiah. Come on.
I don't know. I didn't hear.
With me, I prefer smoking more so than drinking, but I stopped that. So
I was gonna say smoking's pretty gross.
Yeah. Wait, which one?
All of it.
the natural one.
There's
Okay.
what? Oh,
Yeah,
California legal one.
Yes, California legal.
Okay.
I felt like it was making me too lazy, so I'm just like, I stopped and I want to get the ball rolling. So.
Here, Juana.
What?
All right. Let's all say goodbye.
All right. See you guys later.
Bye.
Next week.
Bye.
Silverstein.
Where's my mouse? There it is.